Welcome to Doron Yoga, everyone. Today we're going to look at the shoulder stand sequence as it's done within the Ashtanga closing sequence. So it's very similar to the regular one you've maybe been seen in vinyasa classes, a little more complex. There is a regular shoulder stand sequence. You can see it here in the link if you want, or we have it written down as a link. So we're going to look at everything from getting into the pose and the sequence out, but we won't look at all the details of how to. For that, we have how to shoulder stand. So please check out how to shoulder stand, how to fish pose, see those videos, learn them, and then come back, see the full sequence, or see the sequence and come back and see it again. Here we go. We're going to get right into the pose. Thank you, Kasha, for being with us and assisting us with demonstrating. So Kasha is going to lay down on the back. However way you get into the shoulder stand, whether it's through halasana or straight up, legs up, both are fine. We're coming up to the shoulder stand, and it's a supported shoulder stand. That's why we have the hands on the back. And we stay here for minimum 10 breaths, maybe 25 breaths, okay? The shoulders are rolled under, elbows as close as can be, drishti towards the toes, and breathing. We got to 25 breaths. We lower to plow pose, halasana. The hands can either first legs down and then release the hands, or first the hands. I tend to do the hands after, but whatever works for you. The legs go over the head, and then the hands come down, clasping the hands. As a first stage pose, many people have the toes tucked under, and this is a bit easier, pressing the tops of the feet to the sky. If this is easy enough, untuck the toes and take here your plow pose. Staying for 8 breaths or even 10 breaths if you can, 5 breaths on days when you have no time. From here, we bend the knees towards the ears, Karnapidasana. The knees are hugging the ears as much as possible. For most of us, they won't reach, but in that direction. And over time, if it's easy enough, you even bring the feet closer towards each other, and Kasha is showing you the full pose. Right? And regular shoulder stand, we normally come out. In Ashtanga, we come back up to shoulder stand. And here, we take the lotus, the Padmasana. The hands will come under the knees and support the knees, okay? If, and this is rare, you have long arms like I do, I actually hold the legs from the top, but 99% of the people will just put the legs under. You have to find your balance point. For those that this is not working, you can do the same pose cross-legged. It's perfectly fine as a way to slowly build up until you have a comfortable lotus. If you have a half lotus, you can do half lotus today, half lotus tomorrow, or half time half lotus one leg and half time the other leg. And some people even use the hands to put the legs into the half lotus. Now that you've been here 10 breaths, we fold the legs in towards the belly. And from here, we try to wrap the arms as much as possible, holding either hands or, if possible, one day the wrist. And we're really squeezing in like a ball. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. We stay here another 10 breaths. After these 10 breaths, and even if you have cross-legged, you can do this. You can just hold the ankles, the feet, or the legs, whatever works for you. Just squeeze it in, or even if not, just knees to the ears one more time. From here, we're going to place the hands back on the mat, and we're going to slowly lower down. So trying to go down slowly, keeping the lotus. Once the legs come down, the chest lifts, head on the ground, Matsyasana. Right? This is the fish pose, feet holding the hands. Maybe the hands will hold the feet, probably more likely. Okay? Same, if you watch the video that we showed about Matsyasana, you will see there is the variation there of cross-legged. So check it out if lotus is not happening for you to learn how to modify this. From here, you stay 10 breaths. You're going to go to Uttana Padasana. So you're going to release the legs, stretch them out about 40 degrees high, and then the arms up in the air, palms together in the direction of the toes. Staying here another 10 breaths, and we try in this transition not to lose the head and neck, which is common because sometimes this is a bit more challenging. After 10 breaths, releasing everything down to the ground. And in the Ashtanga tradition, you would take Chakrasana. I personally like, and I've seen teacher do one of two things, either just taking here a few moments just to really assimilate all the good work and all the energetic good work that we've been working on right now. Another option with me, if we're not, even if we are taking the backward flip or vinyasa, I really encourage you to consider part of the sequence knees to the chest. Because it was back bends, especially if you're going towards Shavasana or seated meditation, you want to close with a forward fold. We're going to look at this sequence one more time, just a breath or two for each, just as a quick review. So here we go. We're lifting up to shoulder stand, Salamba Sarvangasana, 25 breaths. From here, bending to Halasana, holding 10 breaths. Bending the knees to the ears, Karnapidasana, holding 10 breaths. Legs up, Urdhva Padmasana, taking the lotus, hands underneath the knees, holding for 10 breaths. Bringing it into the chest, hugging the legs around, Indasana, holding for 10 breaths. Hands on the mat, lowering all the way down. Matsyasana, the fish pose, chest up, hands holding the feet, holding for 10 breaths. Releasing, stretching the legs forward, palms forward, Uttana Padasana, holding for 10 breaths. Releasing all the way down, knees to the chest, give yourself a nice little hug. Yummy, yummy. And that's it. You got it. Thank you. So again, this is the Ashtanga version. Check out the regular version, the Vinyasa version, which is just a bit shorter, a tiny bit easier. If you are an Ashtanga practitioner, this is the way it goes. Those are the names of the poses. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave us a comment. Tell us if you've seen it and if it helped you. Subscribe to get more. And until next time, namaste.